Okay, Year 5, welcome back. We're going to look at improper fractions, but we're also looking at mixed numbers and how they might apply to the number line as well. So we've had a good look at improper fractions, but let's have a look at mixed numbers. And just briefly, guys, because mixed numbers are pretty easy. Mixed numbers is when you've got like a whole number like, oh, whoops-a-daisy, a whole number like 3, which is your whole number, and a half, which is your fraction. So we'd call that a mixed number because it's got a whole number in it, which is 3, and it's got a half in it, which is a fraction. So it's mix. It's a mix of a whole number and it's a mix of a fraction. Let's have a look how they would work on the number lines, mixed numbers and improper fractions. Let's just quickly forward through the work we've already done there. I don't think there's anything we probably need to revise there, but we did get up to, oh good, that's my new work. Last we checked in, we've got things like 8/5 and 10/5, which are of course improper fractions. Let's have a look at mixed numbers and improper fractions on the number line. Let's just have a little look at a question here. Look, here's a number line and it's actually from 1 to 3 or so, and it's divided into 8. So you've got 1, then you've got 1 and 1/8, and 1 and 2/8, and then you've got 1 and 3/8, and then you've got 1 and 4/8, and that's how it goes up. It goes up by 8 every single time, and I actually can't write them in because it's too squishy. But I hope you can see that this is 1 and an 8th, and this is 1 and 2/8, and that's 1 and 3/8, and that's 1 and 4/8. I'll do that again. That's 1 and an 8th. There's 1 and 2/8. There's 1 and 3/8, and there's 1 and 4/8. And all of these guys are, of course, these are mixed numbers because, oh, whoops-a-daisy, I want that to be blue. These are mixed numbers because they're a whole number, right? And they're a fraction, so they're a mix. They're a mixed number. Okay. Okay, so I think we can appreciate they're all mixed numbers, but I'm actually going to turn them all now into improper fractions. They're exactly the same value, but let's just look at them like if we didn't make them mixed numbers, we'd make them improper fractions. So let's have a look at how that might look. Now, I'm going to keep recording here while I do some rubbing out, and you can see what I'm going to do. Well, just rub that out. We know the number line's going up by 8, isn't it? We know the number line's going up by 8. So we better start off with this 1 here, and I think I might do these in blue. Let's start off with this 1, right? So if it's going up by 8, this is an 8th number line. It's going up by, chunks of 8. That's an 8th, that's an 8th, that's an 8th, that's an 8th. So it's going up by 8s, isn't it? It's going up by 8s. So what is the number 1 equal to? Well, I'm just going to tell you, the number 1 is equal to 8/8, isn't it? It's just like a pizza that we've chopped up into 8 equal pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8/8 of a pizza, of course, equals 1 whole pizza. So the number 1 is equal to 8/8. Okay? The number 1 is equal to 8/8. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Please forgive that. Right, so if the number 1 is equal to 8/8, that means the next one along must be 9/8. So this here, whoops-a-daisy, sorry about that. This value here is 9/8. There it is. And the next 8th along, just there, must be 10/8. And the next 8th along, just there, must be 11/8. And the next 8th along, just there, must be 12/8. And the next 8th along, just there, must be 13/8. Right, and of course, the next one along just there must be 14/8. And this must be 15/8. And the number 2 there, as an improper fraction, must of course be 16/8, which is just fine, of course, because if we had 2 pizzas, right, and we divided them into 8s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we, colour them all in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 16/8, of course, equals 2 whole pizzas. Alright, and if we want to go on, just to be super clear, I mean, the next number along would be not 16/8, it would be 17/8. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Thanks for watching. I hope that's made number lines and mixed numbers and improper fractions a bit clearer. I will add one more thing. The value over here, I wonder if you can work out what that is in improper fractions and as a mixed number. Have a go. Just count along the eighths chart. You should be able to work out what value is on the red dot. Okay, so work out what it is as an improper fraction and as a mixed number, and we'll see how you're going. Okay, I hope you paused me. I hope you're back. Right, well, because I'm a clever teacher, I won't need to count up. Oh, but let's count up because it's good. Right, that's 17. That's 18 eighths, 19 eighths, 20 eighths, 21 eighths, 22 eighths, 23 eighths, 24 eighths. This must be 25 eighths as an improper fraction, or of course as a mixed number, 3 and 1/8. Okay team, thanks for listening. Let's see how you go with the activity.